Well, hello there, friends. Lindbergh, and this is the Health and Fitness Motivation Podcast, not the Health Fitness Motivation Podcast designed for bikini bodies and people competing on a podium to look like they have the most sweaty six-pack abs. But no. The Health and Fitness Motivation Podcast for all of us who have chronic illnesses, injuries. We're not getting any younger. Like, oh my gosh darn. It's actually harder for us than the rest. And yes, and maybe you're middle-aged and you're in denial like me. Like, I'm not middle-aged. Okay, today we have a listener letter. Came in on a form. Her name is Sarah, and she is struggling with willpower is the problem that she talks about. So let's just listen to Sarah here. She says, I'm absolutely struggling with finding the willpower and the strength to begin a healthy lifestyle. I struggle so much with sugar and eating at night. It's a vicious cycle that I cannot seem to break. Because of my sugar intake, my energy is all over the place, mostly terribly exhausted all the time. I need help. How do I break this cycle? What are the first steps to becoming healthy? All right, friends, we're talking about that willpower struggle, right? And Sarah, I got to tell you, once again, so many times these letters, you already have half the answer right there in front of you. You already know what the answer is. You just need a little focus and a little, pointing in the right direction. So let's take some good stuff you have here, Sarah, and help you get going in the right direction. So first of all, you said you're struggling with finding the willpower, and you asked the question, how do I break the cycle? Boom, right there. Your struggle is the willpower. You want to break the cycle. And if you've ever read Benjamin Hardy's book, Willpower Doesn't Work, let me tell you, I know we need willpower and grit and self-discipline for so many things in life, but when it comes to food and when it comes to exercise, those two things, we do everything possible to pull the willpower and self-discipline factor out of it. And the reason why is because there usually isn't an in-the-moment compelling event well enough to make us really want to, have the willpower and self-discipline. So what are the first steps? How do we pull that willpower factor out of it? Yeah, I know some of you are like, preach it, Lynn. I know the answer, right? Okay. So one of the things you need to do to pull the willpower factor out is you're spot on. You just said it right there. You struggle with sugar and eating at night. It's a cycle you can't seem to break. So does that mean you just say, oh, I'm no longer going to eat sugar? No. I mean, yes, that's an aspiration to have. That's good. But what you want to do is get ruthless and relentless about going through your kitchen and throwing away the sugar. Don't even have it in the house. And here's what's going to happen. Once you get the sugar out of your house, you're going to start realizing there's sugar in all kinds of things and everything. And so, but that's okay. You don't necessarily want to get rid of all the sugar cold turkey. And I'm not talking about fruits. I'm not one of those people that's like, don't eat an orange, there's sugar in it. Like, no, that's not where we're going here, folks. But any processed sugar, any added sugar, pull it all out. Then your body will start to adjust, but it won't be good enough. Because then you have hidden and added sugar into everything. So you got to check your breads. You got to check your, or even, you choose what you want to do with bread. Check your ketchup. Check your spaghetti sauce. Check your, I already said ketchup. You know what I mean. Salad dressing. Go through, check it all. Get rid of all that sugar. Now, what's going to happen at first is your body, because of the gut bacteria in your gut. This is the current hypothesis that's out there in science, which looks really compelling, and there's a lot behind it to support it. And then, as we know, science is always getting better and better. But at first, your gut bacteria, the bad gut bacteria, is going to be so used to having the sugar that it's going to give you massive, massive cravings. We need the sugar. Give us the sugar. It's going to be pretty bad at first. But then over about a week of time, it will magically get so much better. And here's the thing. It's a practice. And the more you practice it, and the more you tell yourself, you know what? This is good. I like this. This is okay. I am okay without the sugar. In fact, I'm better without the sugar. And it's not a stressful thing. It does get easier. It does get better. Now, let me tell you, the times I've detoxed myself off sugar, I end up going through my cupboards and I'm like literally looking for that last bit of whatever sugar, and it looks so good. Like, I mean, you can get rid of everything and then all of a sudden you're like eating teaspoons of brown sugar. Like, and here's the thing. We don't want any foods to be good or bad. We want to figure out what works the best for us. So some folks, especially in the eating disorder community, labeling anything good or bad, we never want to do. Anything that adds shame or guilt around it, we never want to do. It always backfires. But these are some practical tips that you can do to kind of help, back off those sugar cravings. And once you get there where you don't have so much willpower than needed, then your energy will get better and you will be able to move on with other goals. All right, make sure you keep loving yourself through this whole process. That's really important. A lot of times we end up beating ourselves up saying, I don't know if this is what you're doing. This is just a letter from you. I have no idea what you're doing, but make sure you're being kind to yourself and reminding yourself you're human and you're worthy of health, and we make mistakes and then we move on. All right. Hope that's helpful. And Sarah, feel free to reach out to me anytime and I would be happy to help dial this in more specifically, because obviously in 3 sentences, I don't have your whole life story. That's couch2active.com, friends. Head on over there, couch2active.com. Bye-bye now.